What's up guys, Reese here from reese3d.com. We're starting a brand new series in 3D character creation. We're going to start from sketches. We will just try to think of what kind of character that we're going to make. We will make some basic sketches. From that we will make the model sheet, which we can actually scan or take a photo of and bring it into Maya to make the model. We will texture and we will create rig, that is skeletons inside the model, and we're going to create animation for it. Okay, so let's start with sketching. Now when talking about sketching, drawing, you might say that I have never drawn in my life, it will be difficult and stuff like that. Let me tell you here, I never had a professional training in how to draw, but I'll tell you a little secret today. Okay, so the moment you touch a pencil, you become an artist. Now, many of you believe that you're not a good artist. That is because you have never touched a pencil. Now, all you need to do is go ahead, pick up a pencil, and immediately you will become an artist. Okay, so now let's start with the sketching. Now make sure that you have at least two different colors so that it'll be easier for you to make changes. Okay, so I generally use a light blue color, which we can start with, and then you can finalize with a dark pencil. A dark pencil can be HB or 2B or 3B. The more number you add to the B, it becomes more thicker and darker. Okay, so let's take a piece of paper, right? And we're going to try to bring the idea that we have in our mind, right? So the idea that I have is I want to keep this character as simple as possible. Okay, so I'm thinking of some kind of a square shape. Okay, so I want to make this to be like a head body together, so it's going to be just a basic square shape here, and from the square shape I'm going to have a couple of legs that comes out like that, and basically that's it. So and I don't want to have hands. Adding hands makes things a little bit difficult, so let's try to keep it as simple as possible. Now in terms of detail, I'm going to have let's say an eye here, maybe a mouth. Okay, not even a nose, right? So it looks something like Minion. Let me just add a bit more detail here for the legs. Okay, so that's the basic shape. So let me try to make this a bit more nicer. I'm gonna add a straight line here, straight line here, straight line here, and I can just, it's more like a rounded rectangle kind of shape, a little bit wider in the top and a bit narrower down here. Okay, so from there I'm going to start to create this leg. Okay, you can either have it like that or more like that. Okay, okay, so that's the basic shape. Now I'm gonna give him some clothes, so let's say this can be a belt here. Okay, okay, so let's add a little bit of feature to that belt, and then I can give him some shirt like a collar. Okay, then let it go here, roughly the same area here. Okay, okay, that's it, and I need to move the mouth a bit up here. And so for the eyes, I'm going to make him look like some kind of a superhero mask kind of appearance. So what I'll do is I'll actually draw one side here. Okay, and I'm going to draw the other side here. It's like C. You know how to write C. Okay, so two C's, one C facing this way and one C facing this way, and then I can actually connect those C's. There you go. So there it is, simple. Okay, I'm going to make it darker, black, maybe like he's wearing goggles or something. Okay, no nose, no nose. Makes things easier for us. Now if you want to add hands, it can actually start from here, then go straight up. Okay, but in my character I'm not gonna have him, so that's, you can have it like that. But I'm just gonna ignore that. Let's try to keep this as simple as possible. We'll make another tutorial for making complicated character, but this is for beginners. Cool. That's our character. Now if you want, you can add some features, like you can have 3 hairs, 4 hairs. You can add an eyebrow if you want. Okay, but that's fine, I guess. I was actually thinking of making a couple of more versions, but I think it looks pretty good. We can actually start making the side view of the character right from here, right? So once you make the front view or one of the views, you need to make sure that the side view that you're drawing is having the same proportions, having the same height and width and stuff, right? So what we can use is we can use a little ruler here, right? So I can actually draw a couple of lines. For this, again, I can use a lighter color. I'm using yellow color here. It may not be visible for you, but it's okay for me, right? So try to keep it as straight as possible. Now it may not be accurate, not a problem. You can still make changes in Maya. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so let me start drawing the same thing in blue color first. So let's say we're going to start from here. So this is the hip area, this is the head area, hip and head. And here at this point of time I need to make a decision about is the character going to be cylindrical shape or is it going to be like a cube, right? I don't know. Let's see. Well, I think cube should be better, right? So let me just draw a straight line from here, straight like so. Okay, and this could be the thickness. We can try to have approximately the same thickness here. And it's going to be a little bit rounded up here, like so. And for the legs, I need to bring in something like that. Okay. Maybe a bit more steeper here, steeper here. Then from there, it's going to have the leg. There it is. Maybe a bit more, like so. I think it's a bit thicker, maybe a bit more thinner should be fine. We can refine it later also, no problem. Just going to leave it as it is. Let's just finalize the shape, and before that I just want to make the eye here and the shirt. Mouth is going to be somewhere here. Okay, and the belt. Like so. Starting to look good. And let me just finalize these shapes. Now if you want, you can actually add some more depth here, make it look more human. That's up to you. I'm going to try to keep it as cartoonic as possible. Now keep in mind, trying to make things more realistic requires a lot more skill. So when you're starting up, if it's your first character, try to keep it as cartoonistic as possible. And with cartoonistic, the thing is, like, some mistakes, even if you make some mistakes, you can say that that's how I intended to be. So that's something that my students most of the time do. And it's like whatever they do becomes the right thing, and you cannot complain it. Okay, so that's our character. Looking pretty good. I thought I might have to draw a couple of sketches, but it's working out well on the first sketch itself. Fine, so let's scan this or take a photo of it, take it to Maya, and then we can start modeling the character. So see you in the next video.